Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes! So we are back with Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, Crash Bandicoot 2 on the PlayStation 4. And today we're going to be kicking things off with the level Snow Go. So let's get right into it. Oh dear, I love this level. Nice and snowy, nice and cold. Especially at the moment, because it's pretty damn hot in England at the moment. We've had a consistent 30-degree weather. There was a little bit of a cold spell the last few days, but it's gone back to its usual 30 self at the moment, and it's killing me. Every time I plan to do like big chunks of videos, it always ends up really hot. And this PlayStation jacket's not exactly cool. Right, so one thing I don't understand though, WolfTheWolfettes, Crash, Cortex and Embryo, they work together in Crash Bandicoot 1. Now in Crash Bandicoot 2, they're both enemies suddenly, and I'm not even sure why, because what's sort of going on is we're working with Cortex, you know. We're trying to get the crystals so Cortex can save the world, apparently. Now, Embryo says that Cortex is the villain and that if I'm going to help Cortex gather the crystals, then he's going to use his allies to stop me. Now, I guess that means that all of the bosses that we meet in this game, like Ripperoo and all the other guys, I guess that means that they are working with Embryo to try and stop me. Now, that's all fine and dandy, that makes sense, you know, all of the old bosses working with Embryo to try and be good for once, you know, that makes sense, but how comes in Crash Bandicoot 3, all of these villains from this game are back to working with Cortex? I don't understand it, it sort of don't make sense. I don't know if I'm just thinking of it in a stupid way, but yeah, I feel like something's a bit wrong there. It doesn't matter or anything, I'm just sort of wondering. Because all of the bosses that you meet, obviously I'm working with Cortex, so why would Cortex be sending the bosses after me? He's not gonna, he wants me to work with him to gather the crystals. So obviously all of these bosses must be working with Embryo, you know. So I don't know, it's a little bit confusing. You want to be careful around these things right here, these like splatty things, because they seem to be a lot faster than they used to be in Crash Bandicoot 1. So I mean look how close that gets. Feels very quick. I remember you used to be able to see the gem floating there, because when you go and do one of the other levels, there's going to be a long ass level you have to do with no checkpoints, and then when you get to the end of the level you'll drop down and you'll get the red gem and you'll land here, then you have to finish the rest of this level again. So that's what's going to happen, but we can't do it yet. But the red gem used to be floating there, and there used to be a way that you could manage to jump up there and get the red gem, so you didn't have to actually do the secret area. It was pretty good, it's pretty damn good. Obviously you can't do it in this one because they've fixed it. I have to be a bit more careful in these levels because I'm not very good with the icicle sections. As you're going to find out later on in this playthrough when we do some of the other sections that are like snowy levels, I'm really bad at some of the icy levels. There we go. I keep forgetting I can body slam. There we go. Lovely jubbly. I'm trying my best not to die because once you get to... hang on a minute. Oh, never mind. Once you get to warp room... which warp room? Once you get to warp room 4, there is actually a way that you can get infinity healths, you know. So, until we're at warp room 4, I've got to try and be a little bit careful so I don't lose too many healths. Because there are a couple of levels in this game that really do knock the hell out of me. Like Road to Nowhere. Not Road to Nowhere, oh, what's it called? Oh, what's the level called? I can't remember what the level's called. Might be Ruination, maybe? Oh, seals! Reminds me of that film, Slappy the Sea Lion. That is a brilliant film. If you guys haven't seen Slappy the Sea Lion, I recommend it 100%. It's a pretty old film. It's from the 90s. Because I used to hire it from a video shop. I mean, some of you guys probably haven't even heard of a video shop. Some of you younger guys. But you used to be able to go to shops and rent movies like Blockbuster and stuff like that. But they don't exist anymore thanks to like online stuff, you know, and things like Netflix and things like that. So there was one I used to always rent from the video shop, and it was called Slappy. It's a brilliant film. I rented it so many times that the owner of the shop gave me the film, because I must have already bought the film about 3 times over. Because I think if I remember correctly, it was 50p to rent a film for a night or 2 nights, and I think to rent a game it was 150 or 250 for 2 nights, I think. So yeah, I must have bought the film about 4 or 5 times over. But yeah, she gave me it. She was great. I think her name was Ross, because that was where I used to hire Crash Bandicoot 2 before I bought it, and I always used to set like records for completing games super quick and stuff like that. Crash Bandicoot being one of the few that I managed to beat everybody on. Not Crash Bandicoot 3 though, no, not Crash Bandicoot 3. Hangout. I don't think there's anything we have to keep an eye out for in this one. I think we could just go through this level. I don't think there's any like extra stuff. The music in here is brilliant though. See what I mean though? You see that? Just skid and jump and you can just avoid things, you know? Even over here, look, see? It's just a lot easier to do it. It's a shame that you're not immune to dying in the water when you've got Aku Aku. Oh. Oh shit, we're going to have to blast through the level. If you could get to the end of the level before the time runs out, I can't remember what you get. You get something. Right, we're going to have to blast through it. I can't remember what you get. It might be a gem. Right, we're going to come through again in a minute. Oh, we're going to do that again after as well. Oh, bollocks! Yeah, you're not allowed to die. Right, let's quit the level. I forgot all about the timer. Actually, let me think about it. What do you get for it? Because I think this level has 2 gems, maybe. Unless I'm thinking the wrong level. Yeah, 2 gems. So you get 1 gem from doing all of the bonus rounds and the blue route and stuff, and you get a 2nd gem by just getting to the end of the level in super quick speed. So we're going to blast through the level, get the 1st gem, and then we're going to do the level again and do all the boxes and the crystal and stuff. So we're going to do that. Oh dear, I'm not very good at this level. Just blasting through it. Oh, shit, I'm going to die. They only give you a bloody minute, that's the problem. I think it's a minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. We need to be fast, but we can't be stupid. Oh no! What am I doing? I'm rushing too much. I'm rushing too much. I'm rushing too damn much. Yeah, you get like 1 minute, 1 second or something, I think. So yeah. Now we're gonna have to blast through this level, but we're gonna have to be careful at the same time because there are some bits where you'll just bloody die if you try and rush too much. You just got to make sure you skid at the correct time. Right, the timer should start now. Yeah, there we go. Right, so we're not going to bother with boxes. We're going to come back and do that in a minute. Obviously, don't go near those whirlpools because it will sink you and you'll go underwater and die instantly. I'm going to ignore the checkpoints for now because if we die, we're going to have to restart anyway. Okay, good, right. That's the bit I messed up on a minute ago, right. Okay. I've got 2 Aku Akus, so if we need to blast through and just like crash into these bombs, it won't matter. I feel like I might be being a bit too slow, actually. No, we made it. We made it. There we go. See, that's how you get one of the gems. Now, the second gem you get by doing all of the boxes, going on the blue gem to the secret area and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. That's how you get one of the gems. Because they never explain it to you. Because when I played this when I was a kid, obviously you don't get no hints or nothing on the original. So I was playing it and then this random timer appears in the corner every time I get to that spot. And I never know what to do. I think eventually I just got so good at the level that I was able to just blast through the game super fast. Blast through the level super fast. And I just managed to get the crystal. The gem. You're going to see that a lot in this playthrough. I'm going to show you guys all the places that you can get coloured gems and stuff. And how I worked it out when I was a kid. Because a lot of them are hilarious, you know. It's just really random, you know. Like sometimes I would get salty and try and kill myself. And from me getting salty and trying to kill myself, I discovered a few hidden areas, you know. I'll show you. I think it's Warp Room 4. It was brilliant though. It was brilliant. And another secret area I discovered just by deciding I wanted to go back and check what happens in the bonus. The boulder. I think it was... I can't remember what level it was. It was one of the levels with the giant bear that chases you. I like Boulder Dash with bears. But I decided to run outside to see what the level looked like when I'm not being chased by a bear. And I managed to jump over a hole, and on the other side of the hole there's a little polar bear, and he actually teleports you to a secret level, which is actually an actual whole new level in the game, which was brilliant. I love stuff like that, you know. I love finding stuff out on my own. Obviously, some games it could be very annoying, but games like Crash Bandicoot, I enjoy it. Obviously, I don't like things like collectibles, like the treasures in Uncharted. I'm not a fan of stuff like that, you know. What the? Did you see that? What the fuck? What's that? Oh, Crash Bandicoot. It's because I've not died in a while, so he wants to give me shit now. Just see that? He just walked off. He just jumped to the. I don't even know anymore. I give up. I give up on everything. Also, the kids are outside my house screaming their little mouths off now. Okay. I like these bonus rounds. They look very nice, don't they? Up in the trees, walking on like tree fungus. There's a thing like this that actually grows on a tree. I'm not sure what it's called, what the name of it is. It's like a mushroom, I think. And you can actually eat it. If I remember correctly, it's either it either looks like beef or it tastes like beef. But it's like a bran thing that grows on the side of the tree, and you can actually eat it. Obviously, if you're not an experienced survival person, don't go and do it because you know you might pick up the wrong damn thing. But yeah, it's like a bran thing that grows on the side of a tree. If you cut it off with a knife, it's got like a fleshy colour inside, and you can actually eat it. A diamond in the rough. Reminds me of Aladdin, the Disney one. Okay, I'm not too sure if you get any checkpoints in these coloured gem routes, so we have to be careful. Obviously, I haven't got any Aku-Akus now, because that stupid... Oh, shit. Oh, okay, you do get a checkpoint. Okay, looks like we're going to have to come back here in a minute. Oops. Yeah, we're going to have to come down here first. Okay, I don't like that bit. There wasn't any bombs back here, was there? No, okay. There we go, one set of boxes. There's a lot of boxes in here, actually, and also a lot of nitros as well. Oops. Ah, careful. Okay. Right, there we go. Look at those plants over there. Proper creepy how they just sit there staring at you. I do wonder how the hell they know when I'm around, because they don't even have eyeballs, do they? It's like they just randomly snap at me. They just like, sort of guess when Crash Bandicoot is nearby. Right, we grabbed the crystal now. Don't know why I didn't grab the crystal before. We could have. I'll tell you, those new hippos look absolutely terrifying, don't they? Proper scary looking. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't you dare. Okay, right, we did it. As long as this flower doesn't eat me. There we go. And that's both gems. That's how you get those two. Obviously, the first gem you're going to probably work out yourself. But that second gem, you might be wondering, how the hell do I get that? But yeah, just get to the end of the level before the time runs out and you get the other gem. I'll tell you, Aku Aku, you've got some amazing eyebrows. I just wish you would stop with a creepy grin. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but if you look in the corner when I've edited my video and I appear in the corner, sometimes Aku Aku floats up behind my head. Proper like pervish. Like he's perving on me. I'm not a fan of that part of the dance. I wish they kept his thrust, you know.
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Okay then. Right, the pits. That's an appropriate level, appropriate name, innit? Especially if you don't like the level, you can just call it the pits. This one's pretty easy. These are the kinds of levels I enjoy. Like in Crash Bandicoot 1, the levels I enjoyed the most were the simple, peaceful levels, like Jungle Rollers and Rolling Stones. And in Crash Bandicoot 2, it's the pits and Turtle Rock, whatever it was called. And in Crash Bandicoot 3, it's levels like Gee Whiz and Double Header and stuff like that. I love those levels. It's just the simple, basic levels. Ah, shit, right. Now, this level's a bit more of a pain in the butt because we're going to have to walk backwards. Yeah, we're going to have to go through another section backwards to get the gem. So this one's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I think I lost a lot of health when I was doing this on my own just because I was being stupid. I've only got about 2 minutes left of this video, so we'll have to move our butts a bit. It's got such brilliant music though. Luckily I got a couple of Aku Akus, so we should be alright. The main problem is when you're walking back, you have to deal with turtles. I can't remember which way was easier. I think it's best to go... One side has... I think it's this way you want to go first. One of the sides has a bunch of missing crates, like, you know, those like white holograms you get when there's no crate, and then you have to go and smack the exclamation box, the metal one. I think we have to go this way first and do that, and then we can go the other way. Because if we go the other way first, then there's going to be a bunch of boxes we can't get. Yeah, see, we want to whack this first here. Now we can go the other way. But I'm not sure if there's any more boxes here yet, so we'll have a look over here first. Oh, shit. Right. So the main problem with walking backwards is you've got the birds behind you. And also the turtles. And I don't think I killed the turtles. Right. Okay, right. We can go back now. So when you're walking back, just take your time because you don't want to accidentally run down a hole. I've done that so many times. And there ain't any checkpoints either. Also, watch out for any birds you didn't kill, because they will appear behind you and charge at you. Because I think there's one here that we didn't kill, maybe. Yeah, there he is, see? Little devil. Ah, no. See what I mean? Bloody turtles. Calm down, Beowulf. Calm down, boy. I always talk to myself in the third person when I do these games. It's like I've got to give myself a few encouraging words, otherwise I'll die. Proper stressful, this game. Oh, okay. Okay, whew. Right, now you don't want to die. You just don't want to die now, because otherwise you're going to have to do all that shit again, including the running back. Sorry if you guys are hearing an absolute ton of noise, because it's nearly the summer holiday. Like by the time you guys watch this, it's going to be Tuesday. So I've already, like in literally about a week and a half, I'm going to be on holiday for 6 weeks. Perks of working in a school, you know. But because of that, the kids are going absolutely insane. Right, now these boxes here, I think these 2 boxes won't be here if you don't go the other way first. So make sure you go the other way first. Otherwise you're going to have to come back here a second time. There we go. Now I think that should be all of the boxes. This level's taking a lot longer than I remember, so yeah. This video is going to be a bit longer than usual. Not that you guys probably care, you're probably happy. I don't think anyone would complain about a longer video on YouTube. Maybe some people, but not many. Now these boxes underneath me, you have to body slam them, just in case you guys are new to the game. 23 boxes in here, damn. Oh shit, I remember this level. Yeah, you want to do that first. And then on the way back, you want to do... Because if you bounce on a box and then you leave it, then the second you jump on it the second time, it's going to break. You won't have 4 more bounces. So make sure you remember that. Okay, now I want to jump on this one, and then... Okay, like that. Okay, like that. And then when we go back, we can jump on all 3, and they should all break in 1 bounce. Just 1 bounce. 1, 2, 3. Okay, like that. There we go. Lovely. Yeah, we've got all the boxes. I can see the other one in the distance. Well, I've got some massive pins in here. I've actually bought myself a new chair to go along with the desk I mentioned in, I think, the other video, maybe. I think I mentioned it. So I've got myself a new chair. So I'm going to have to get myself a new camera stand because the camera at the moment, it rests on my TV stand because this chair is really low. So when I've got a high chair, I'm going to need a stand again. And all the stands I've got at the moment are really small. So I have to get another one of them. YouTube costs me a fortune. So far on YouTube I have spent total, including my new computer I got back in 2014, I've spent at least £1,500. I've had to buy 2 video cameras, both of them were 120 each, you know, one of them broke. I've had to buy several memory cards because they've just naffed and broke. This cost me £50 right here. The stand I got from my work, luckily, for free. What else? Several games I've had to buy that you guys have requested, you know. I spent so much money, and I reckon total I've probably made about £200–300 from YouTube. So yeah, it's not working out very fair. But yeah, I'm not doing it for the money, you know. I would like for it to be my job, but you know, until that happens, I'm happy to do it anyway. Thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, enjoy the pack today. Oh!